Hello everyone, my name is Corpuziel. I am an ultimate Iron Man in old school RuneScape, looking to have some really cool adventures and eventually max out my account. In advance, I apologize for my voice, I'm still sick, but I hope to get better as soon as possible, so the voice should get back to normal as well. And we finished off last video by getting ourselves the coveted, prestigious Necklace of Anguish. We have that. It happened today, so I'm still riding the high, I guess is what I'm trying to say. At the end of last video, I also said that we'd begin this video by finishing off the 5 or 6 clue scrolls that we had, and this is the result. A single hard casket. We had a master clue, we had an elite clue, we had a couple of hard clues. We were not able to finish any of them for various reasons, let's put it that way, but we did finish one single hard clue. So let's begin a video by getting a really cool drop. Never lucky. Right, so what are we going to do in this video? Well, I hinted at it in the last video, but in this video we are going to be working on our diaries. There's not a lot to work on, I guess, if you look at the task list, but all of these tasks that are still left for us to do, well, most of them, are pretty tedious. We still need to get chompy kills, we still need to get Barbarian Assault, all of the roles up to level 5, we still need to kill 1,000 Black Knights, so yeah, it's still going to take a minute. And I don't even want to get into the Wilderness Diary, that's gonna be a whole different headache altogether. But yeah, that's kind of the main goal for this video, to complete as many tasks as possible. We won't be able to complete all of the diaries, but we'll try and do as much as possible. And then afterwards, I want to improve my POH a little bit. This is my POH. It's quite okay, but it's desolate in a lot of areas. I want to improve the way that this place looks. Nothing major, no like major layout changes or anything, but I do want to kind of work on it a little bit so that it will look a bit more like home, I guess. Again, I've seen some incredible player-owned houses in this game, and I don't plan to do anything like that. Some simple tweaks, upgrading the furniture where it's possible, and adding a couple of rooms, filling out the other rooms. You know, like miscellaneous stuff. I do also want to change the theme of the POH, but the theme that I want is only available from leagues. So whenever there's a leagues event, I will be playing it on this account for that theme specifically. I'm talking about, I can't remember the name of it, but I'll throw the picture up on the screen right now. So yeah, this. And once we complete some of the diaries and finish off our POH improvements, we'll start prepping for mole. Since we have Darrochs now, we need a lot of mole kills for our nearly 5,000 toad flags. So that's something we'll be doing in the next video, but in this video, yeah, prep work. Last but not least, obviously I will still be doing Gauntlet and Corrupted Gauntlet in the background. Last video we got really lucky, we got a Crystal Armor Seed, I think it was on 2kc. I've essentially, you could say I've never done the Gauntlet before. I have like 14kc on the main and I have 0kc on Corrupted Gauntlet, so that's something that we'll be working on in the background. But yeah, that's a bit of a short introduction to what you can expect to see in this video. And without further ado, let's get to it. So we'll start off by completing some of the runecrafting tasks. I won't be able to complete everything, even with the Remnants of the Eye, because I need a higher level. So a good example for that would be the Karamja Elite Diary. I need 91 runecraft, and that is actually a level that I need to get when it comes to actually getting the double runes. Because the bonus runes provided by the Remnants of the Eye just won't be enough, essentially. But I will be able to complete some other tasks, for example, creating the required amount of air runes for the Falador Elite Diary. So we'll take what we can get and we'll complete the other runecraft tasks whenever we get our runecraft level a bit higher. So that is the Elite Reminic task completed, Elite Falador task completed, Elite Lumberjane Drainer task completed, and an Elite Varrock task completed. So the only runecrafting task that we have left is Karamja, but again, we'll need to train some levels for it. Continuing on with our diary tasks, let's create a stamina mix on top of the Sears Village Bank. An elite task completed. Oh my god, I just noticed that one of the tasks that we have left to do for the Karamja Diary is create an anti-venom potion while standing in the horseshoe mine. An anti-venom potion. We need to create an anti-venom potion. You mean like the potions that we made in the last video for our POH? Oh, for God's sake, how did I miss this? How did I miss this? Dude. Oh, that sucks. Oh, that sucks so bad. We need a magic seed, essentially. We need a magic seed, we need a magic tree, we need magic roots, and then we'll be able to create that potion. Ah, amazing planning skills. Oh my god. It actually happened. Oh, oh my god, I actually got it. The stale baguette. I am in shock. From a Quizmaster random event, I actually got the stale baguette. Wow, it's one of the rarest random events, well, one of the rarest items in the game in general. Oh my god, and I actually have it on both accounts now, on the main and on the UIM. Oh, I'm so happy. That's such a cool item to have on this account. Damn. Damn, wow. I didn't even think about it, but that means that the random events collection log is actually greened out. It's completed. 23 out of 23 items. Oh man, very happy about this. Well, this took a hot minute. I got the chewed bones for the Kandarin task. I had to kill 82 mithril dragons for them, so went a little bit dry, but that's perfectly fine. So let's get this task done and get ourselves a dragon full helmet. No dragon full helmet, but an elite task is completed. Oh man, so close to the first ever corrupted gauntlet KC. 2 HP, come on. We go again. Okay, we did it. The very first corrupted gauntlet KC on the UIM. And we received the gauntlet cape. It took me 8 tries. The very first try that you saw, the one where I got the Hunlef down to 2 HP, that was essentially my very first try in general. And since then, it took me 7 additional tries. So we got the gauntlet cape. That's really cool. It's my first corrupt gauntlet KC ever. Let's see the loot that we get. Nice, alkables. That is probably one of the most interesting clue openings or opened clues that I've had on my account. It looks really strange, but I kind of like it. 2 wizard hats. I am killing Black Knights right now for the final task on the Falador Elite Diary. I need, I believe, 1,000 Black Knights killed in order to buy the white two-handed sword and finish off another diary completely. I thought about it, and I will be dropping the coconuts, the end branches, and obviously the hat over to the main. The end branches I thought about keeping because we will be getting or doing some more well totems in the near future, and we'll be able to essentially build something in our POH with the loot, but we'll get a lot of them whilst doing well offerings, so like whilst doing the minigame. So yeah, that's getting dropped. And the coconuts, it pains me to do so, but I really don't have a specific use for that many coconuts right now on the UAM. I could make herblore potions, but the process is very convoluted and I'm not too fussed about this amount of potential herblore experience. So yeah, I'd much rather free up a few additional slots in the inventory and looting bag quickly, because this encumbrance that I have going on right now in my inventory, the looting bag is full, by the way. Yeah, this encumbrance is getting out of hand completely. So yeah, these items will get dropped. 88 attack and 116 combat level. We are officially a White Knight Master, so let us go and complete the Falador Elite Diaries. We purchase the white two-handed sword and that is it. Palador Elite Diary completed. Let's go get our rewards. So I'll put the rewards up on the screen as per usual, but the things that matter to us are essentially the Palador Shield 4. We get 2 full prayer recharges per day. Obviously the antique lamp, because that grants us 50,000 herb lore experience, and we can mine amethyst in a designated area, which is pretty cool as well. And that is another diary completely, I guess, green-locked, the 4th. Let us finish off another diary. The only task we have remaining in Varrock is to create a super combat potion in the Varrock West Bank. We need 90 herb lore for that. We have 86, but if we take a bite out of this botanical pie, that gives us 90 herb lore. And we use the Toadstool on the potions, create the super combat potion, and we've completed the Varrock Elite Diaries. Let us go get our rewards. As per usual, I'll throw up the rewards on screen. It's nothing all that special for IOAM. The Varrock armor can be useful when it comes to mining, but for the most part, we're looking for the 50,000 herb lore experience. After beating the soldier, we'll finally have our Shazen armor tier 5. The full set. It took me only a few minutes to complete. Very quick set, but we got a lot of collection log slots, 25, and greened out the Shazen armor set, but that's, kind of a given. Don't mind the extremely scuffed gear. I know how this looks, but I only needed to come here and kill 1 Lizardman Shaman for the diary. And we got, a couple of easy combat tasks as well, so that's cool. Deliver the artifact to Captain Khaled, another task done. And you might have noticed that I'm not doing these tasks in any particular order. I'm not going through each of the, regions specifically one by one. I'm just kind of looking at what easy tasks I have left to do. So for example, in Kandarin, we have the Barbarian Assault still waiting for us. So I'm gonna push that a little bit forward. Whenever there are no easy tasks left, then I'll go and do the grinds. Except for the Wilderness, that's probably going to be for the very end of the video. I'm doing Lizardmen in order to get the Xerix amulet for the final Karen and Kebos hard diary task, but we got enough Xerix fabric or Xerician fabric in order to create the final piece of the full Xerician robe set. We already have the hat stored from before, so if we place these 2 here, that's it. That's another set complete in the POH. Oh, got it. Yes, got it. Didn't take too long, but still took a minute. It's inert, so I can just add a Lizardman Fang, and I need to teleport to Xerix Heart. Let's do that, and that is it. We've completed the hard Karen and Kebos diary. We can actually talk to Elise, she's right here, and claim the rewards. I'll throw the rewards on screen as always. I think the best thing for us is the fact that we're able to kill Lizardman Shamans now with a Slayer helmet. I'll need to go talk to Captain Cleave in a second here. We get the Ash Sanctifier, we get an Antique Lamp for Herb Lore experience. Yes, amazing. And yeah, some teleports with the Raditz Blessing 3. Anyway, that's 1 more diary down. I think now all that we have left are some harder and longer tasks as well as Wilderness, which again we'll tackle a bit later on. Now, when it comes to the Xerix Talisman, I could actually mount it in my POH, but I need a lot of Lizardman Fangs for it, so I think I'm just gonna drop it. We'll get one in the future whenever we want to actually store it or mount it in our POH forever. But yeah, I'm not going to be getting them now. I don't really need it, to be completely honest with you, at least not at the time being, so that's dropped, and whenever we need it, we'll come back to it. A good way to see, I guess, that the diaries that I'm doing now are very long overdue on an account like this is the fact that I got a collection log pop-up in the chat in the CC. whenever I got the Xerix Talisman. And for an account like this, at this stage in the account, only now getting the Xerix Talisman, yeah, that's a bit awkward, but we're getting there. We're getting things done, so I'm very happy about it. Oh, Gauntlet Veteran. This is only my second KC, actually, of the Corrupt Gauntlet, but I guess it sums up both Corrupt as well as normal Gauntlet. And here's the loot. Right, we are going to try and kill Zulrah for the diary. This is the gear loadout, and this is the inventory. And this is the mage switch. So, I know what you're thinking. Yeah, I know how it looks. I bet you've never seen anyone in this gear killing Zulrah before. Ranger boots, the Helm of Nate is not on the mage switch, and when it comes to range, things aren't necessarily all that much better. We only have 6 food. We do have an anti-venom potion. We have a Ring of Suffering with a lot of recoils. It's turned on, by the way, I didn't forget. I don't have any, I guess, illusions that I'll be able to kill or make this kill smoothly. I'm well aware that I might die, and that's very likely actually. I don't have a lot of experience with Zulrah. I've done maybe 150-ish on the main, if I remember correctly. But this is kind of what I came up with without having to death pile or, you know, do anything like that. If it sucks, as in a lot, and it might, and it probably will, I'll go death pile and do the kill normally with much more food. I thought I'd try it, see how far down I can get her, and to kind of, you know, gauge this whole fight, what it will look like. So no, this isn't me being cocky. I'm well aware that this is gonna probably suck ass. But I still want to try it and kind of see how things go. So wish me luck, and yeah, let's do it. Well, the first try didn't go that bad, actually. I got her down almost to the very end of the, I guess, first phase. But as you can see, we're out of food, and I forgot prayer potions. So yeah, I don't know if I actually need them for one single kill. I might have enough prayer points, but I might go try and do this again with a similar loadout. I don't really know. I could drop this, obviously. I could drop the ancient shards. I'll think of something, and whenever I actually make some tangible progress or get the kill, I'll come back to report. We actually got the kill. We did get the kill. Okay, that's the combat achievement done. Let's get out of here before we die from venom. Okay, we should be cured. Yep, that's it. Second try. Very scuffed. Very, very scuffed. We got some antidote plus pluses. Oh, yes. Dude, that's good. Oh, wait. No. I wanted to say that that's good because we need it for the Karamja Elite Diary in order to create the anti-venom potion. But for that, we still need the magic root, I think. Yeah, we still need the magic root, so it doesn't really help us. We can create these pretty easily afterwards. So I just looked at the skill guide. I know you might be shouting at your monitors right now, but thank God I looked at the skill guide. I thought that we need the magic root. Yeah, the magic root for the final version of the anti-venom potion. I'm sorry, I'm flustered. I just, you know, went out of a very scuffed Zulrah fight, so I apologize. But yeah, we have everything we need to complete another task at the Karamja Elite Diary. So I'm actually gonna go and do that. I'll purchase the Green Man's Ale for the boost in Herblore, and we'll be able to create probably actually around 10 anti-venom potions, additional anti-venom potions. So I guess I won't drop these for the time being. We might go back to Zulrah pretty soon just to kind of use them up, so that's why I don't want to drop them. Wow, that's actually a really, really good drop. I am assuming that this is the Horseshoe Mine. I don't recall, but I mean, look at it. So if we stand in the middle of the horseshoe mine, drink our green man's ale and boost our herb lore, we use the Zulrah scales on the antidote. Yes, an elite task in the Karamja area is completed. Fantastic. So the only task that we have left when it comes to the Karamja Elite Diaries is, yeah, the runecraft task. So I'll need to get my runecraft level up. We'll do that in the future. But yeah, one task at a time. This log is looking better and better by the day. Oh wow. 3, 2, 1 mage. KC3, another combat achievement. I don't even know what this one does. Hold up, let me check. Okay, so kill the corrupted Hunlef without taking damage off prayer. I didn't take any damage off prayer. Okay, that's an improvement. It was an intense fight. Nice. Let's see what loot we get. That's another combat achievement. Corrupted Gauntlet Veteran. 5 Corrupted Gauntlet KC. Let's see what we get. More money. So, this is where I'm going to park myself for the foreseeable future. It's south of Castle Wars, and it's the Chompy hunting area. As you may have noticed from previous videos, I've been collecting ogre arrows. I think I have more than enough to both complete the diary, well, both diaries. I need 300 and then 1000 kills, as well as perhaps go for all of the hats. Yeah, all of the hats, as well as the pet. To get all of the hats, I would need 4000 Chompy kills, and currently I have 153. The gear is questionable, I know. I could have gotten Rangers, I could have gotten my Necklace of Anguish out of the looting bag. I will probably do this eventually, but since I'll be jumping on and off from the computer, I decided that I just started off in this gear. Initially, I thought I would be doing this in Void, but apparently Void doesn't really do anything here, and it's better to do it in actual, like, ranged armor. So, yeah, we'll see how long we stay here. When we get 300 kills, we'll definitely turn them in, and I think complete the Western Provinces diary. I think that is the only task left. Oh no, we also need to check the health of a palm tree. So we'll get a palm seed as soon as possible, because after completing the hard diary, the kills get easier to collect, if that makes sense. There are more chompy birds spawning, essentially. So I'll be alternating from here to shooting stars for my AFK activity, to maybe 1 or 2 gauntlets in between. I don't think this is going to be a long grind, but we'll see. We'll see if we end up going for all 4000 kills. Oh, and just to kind of explain myself a little bit further, I will say that, yes, I only have 8 Ogre Bellows. I could have more if I, let's say, Death Bank and then clear my inventory or store it with Hespori. But since I want to do the gauntlet in between, I can't really keep anything in a death storage, so I have to keep everything on myself. The looting bag is full. You know the drill, so this is what we're working with. That is 10 Corrupted Gauntlet KC, and the achievement. Let's see the loot. So when it comes to Corrupted Gauntlet, now that I have 10 KC, I have to say, it's kind of all clicking into place. I've died many times. But it's very interesting because I do feel like I'm getting better incrementally every single run. The preparation is no longer an issue at all, and the thing that I struggle with the most right now are tornadoes. I think that's relatable for many people. But I'm trying to get better at pathing, and yeah, it's great content. I love doing Corrupted Gauntlet. I don't know if I'm gonna say this if I have to do hundreds or thousands of KC potentially, but at least at the moment I'm having a great time. And getting some common achievements done as well. That's really cool. We're inching towards the hard tier of combat achievements ever so slowly. Well, this took no time at all. I actually missed the 300 mark, but yeah, very quick. I'm gonna go and turn in the task just to have it turned in, and then we will not hunt any more chompies up until the point that we actually complete the hard diary. And for that, we still need the, what is it, the palm seed? Yeah, the palm tree seed. Okay, I didn't know that we can claim so many hats all at once. Let me quickly check. That's a lot of collection logs. But where do we go? Jumping bird hunting, yeah. And did we complete the task? Yes, we completed the hard task in the Western Provinces area. Nice. Storing all of the hats that we claimed up to this point in the POH. Yeah, it's a big collection, so we still need how many? 10. We still need 10 hats. We're nearing the 600 collection log milestone pretty fast. The Chompy hats, as well as the, what's it called, the Shazen armor, gave a pretty significant boost. So I'm looking through all of the tasks that we still need to do in the different diaries. In Kandarin, for example, or sorry, not Kandarin, Karen and Kebos, we still need to craft the Blood Rune, which we can do, and we're gonna go do that in a second. But I'm looking through all of these things, and honestly, I think that it's time for us to actually go and do Barbarian Assault. Because there's not really a lot left that we can, well, easily or quickly do here, except for the Wilderness, of course, but once again, that's probably going to be tackled last. There are some tasks that I can still complete. For example, for Fremennik, in order to finish off the diary, I need to kill all 4 God Wars dungeon bosses, but I want to save this task for a little bit later in the video. I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna try and do it in this video, but I want to kind of clear my schedule IRL in order to tackle this, because we will be getting the key pieces to unlock the door to Nex as well. So yeah, it's a pretty big task, so to speak. So the plan now is to go and do Barbarian Assault. It's probably the final really long task that we need to do, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not, you know, talking about Runecraft and Slayer and things like that. We'll postpone those tasks for later, but from the things that we can do in this video, yeah, Barb Assault is probably the thing that we should tackle right now. And as we're doing Barbarian Assault, I'll also do birdhouse runs, because there's a chance to get a palm seed from one of the nests, or I can get a maple seed. I have a hard contract in the farming guild for a maple tree, and the contracts also have a pretty good chance in dropping a palm seed. And obviously there will be corrupted gauntlets sprinkled in between. So that's the game plan. Let's see how things go. It's funny because I said it and I immediately forgot it. But yeah, there's another Current and Kebos Elite task completed. Now I can safely say that bar the Palm Seed and the Wilderness Diaries, we have nothing simple left to do. And so we are here at Barbarian Assault. In a way, I am looking forward to this grind. I don't really mind Barbarian Assault all that much, but at the same time, I would be lying if I said that I don't want to get this out of the way as soon as possible. I have been postponing this and doing other quicker tasks, but as I've mentioned, they've all ran out, so I guess it is time for BA. Now, don't mind the gear loadout and the inventory. I think I'll be starting with the Defender role. I want to get it out of the way first. If I'm not mistaken, if I remember correctly, you don't really need anything for it. So yeah, this is, again, pretty scuffed, but I'll reorganize the inventory, or sorry, the, I guess, gear loadout afterwards. I definitely won't be able to do it in one sitting, and what sucks the most is that I won't be able to do Corrupted Gauntlet, or Gauntlet in general, while I'm doing Barbarian Assault, because in order to enter BA, you need to essentially have a clean inventory. You can't bring in a looting bag, and you can't bring in a rune pouch and things like that. All of my items are death banked at Aspori. This is a safe minigame for UIMs, in the sense that if I die inside, I shouldn't wipe any of my items. I've quadruple and quintuple checked, and that appears to be the case. So between games and between roll increases, I will re-death bank multiple times, because I will go star mining during my AFK time, as well as perhaps do some CG while I'm, I guess, re-death banking, while I have all of my items in my inventory and on me. So if the clips are pretty hectic, I apologize in advance, but I'm gonna try and keep everything in as linear as a timeline as possible. I did also just notice that we have over 200 attacker points, and in order to get to the next attacker level, We only need 200 points, so I think I can do it now actually. Let me check. Yes, I can get my attacker level up to 2, so I'm gonna do that. Who said that Barbarian Assault takes a long time? I'm already attacker level 2. Apparently I had some Barbarian Assault points left over since when I was going for the Fighter Torso. So yeah, that's the situation. I am going to start my first Barbarian Assault game in a very long time. Wish me luck, and I'll see you on the other side. I can upgrade my Defender role, so level up. I am now Defender level 2. The Defender role was always a mystery for me in Barbarian Assault, but I'm following a guide made by Xstyle, a Barb Assault guide, and his way of doing the Defender role, his explanation of how to do it, is fantastic. I've I've downloaded and imported the tile markers from that guide, and so far it's been a breeze. So thank you, Xstyle. I'll link his channel and his guide in the description of this video, and if you plan to do Barb Assault, definitely check it out. And that is it. The queen has been killed, and we've finished off our first legitimate game successfully. 80 defender points and a few points in other roles. Let us see if we can advance a level. Yeah, wait, hold on. Defender, yes, we can. So let us get the rewards. Defender level 3. Fantastic. Let's continue. Another game completed. And that's 80 more defender points. I don't think that we have enough points for level up, but let's check. If we go here and get rewards. No, we don't have enough points, but we're getting there. I think I need 2 more games, like 2 more full games in the defender role to finish off, but we'll see. Defender level 4 and defender role 5, or sorry, level 5. So we'll finish off this game and switch our roles. So I've thought about it, and we will be doing the attacker role next. I've got my magic shortbow, that's the weapon of choice that we'll be using, and I would do healer. There's a pretty good chance that I'll need to swap to the healer role on wave 10, so I would get points that way as well. So yeah, it's probably a good idea for me to do attacker now and get it out of the way quick. It's a pretty easy role, and I'm already level 2, so yeah, I don't expect this to take a very long time. That is attacker level 3. Let's continue. Level 4. So this is a long story, but I ended up getting the final attacker level up to 496 points, and the team disbanded, so I chose to start going for the healer role, and yeah, we'll level up the attacker role with the passive points that we get after killing the queen. So I'll get back to you whenever there's actually a level to report. That is healer level 2. We finished off a game, got some healer points, but we also have enough attacker points for level 5. So let's go and get our rewards. Attacker level 5. Yes. And I think we also have enough healer points, yeah, for level 3. Nice. And that is 49 sailing. 1 level away from base 50s. This is a very random interjection, but remember when I said that I will wait to claim the Western Province's hard diary reward tasks before going for the 1000 chompy kills? Because essentially the hard rewards increase the chompy spawn rate. Yeah, that was a lie. Apparently, I need to complete the actual elite diary for the chompy, I guess, count to increase the spawn count. And for that, I do need to get that 1000 kills. So after we're done with Barbarian Assault, sometime a bit later in this video, we'll go for that 1000 kills and get that out of the way. So I did finally get a palm seed from a birdhouse run from one of the nests. And all that we have to do now is plant the palm tree in Lethia, protect it with papaya fruit, and then wait, and we'll be able to complete another diary task. I have a small amount of points remaining to level up the healer role to level 5, so I'm swapping roles and doing collector now, the final role, and that is level 2. Level 3. And that is it. A very long game, but I think we have enough points for level 5 healer roll. Yes, let us purchase it. Accept. Nice. The only thing that remains for us to do is to get 2 levels in the collector role, and we'll be done with Barbarian Assault. Collector level 4. Only 1 level left to go. This is a voiceover. I'm very happy in this clip that I've reached collector level 5 and are able to complete the diary task, but I somehow missed the fact that I'm only level 4 in the healer role, so I need to go and get 1 more healer level. Awkward, but I'll be right back. I'm so sorry, I forgot that I wasn't recording, or I didn't notice rather that I wasn't recording, but this time we have enough healer points for real to get ourselves to level 5. Let's do that right now. Yes, and then let us complete the Kandarin Elite Diaries by reading the blackboard. That is it. Yes, let's go claim our rewards and we'll talk a bit about Barbarian Assault. If we talk to the wedge here, we will get our rewards. I'll throw them up on the screen as per usual, but I think the biggest rewards, the 2 biggest rewards that we get is the Kandarin Headgear 4, because it allows us to teleport to Sherlock an unlimited number of times and at any time. This is going to be very useful with Elite and Master Clue Scrolls, and obviously the 50,000 experience that goes straight to Herblore. When it comes to Barbarian Assault, I actually did enjoy the grind. It took me, I want to say, between 8 and 10 hours in total, I think. I'd say that your experience really depends on the team and whether or not the other people know what they're doing, obviously. The guide that I mentioned earlier on in the video, that really helped me, and obviously I have all roles at level 5 on my main, so I do kind of sort of know how to play the minigame. But yeah, the experience was relatively enjoyable. I probably prefer the healer and defender roles the most. They're the most fun for me personally. But I can also understand why so many people dread this, I guess, task specifically. Because your experience, once again, really depends on the team that you get. And when you have somebody leaving at wave 8 or wave 9, that can sour things really quick. But that is behind us. The only other time when we will actually go and legitimately do Barbarian Assault is going to be when we're going to go and fill out the collection log. It's a long way into the future, but I do plan to fill everything out, as well as the pet, obviously. It's one of the rarest pets in the game. It's a really cool pet. I've never had it, don't have it on my main, so yeah, we will be going for that in a distant future. But yeah, that is another diary out of the way, and I think that the next thing that we will do is actually go and correct our mistake and kill 1000 chompy birds. Well, kill 700 because I already have 300 done. So we need to kill 700 chompies because, once again, when you finish the hard diary, the spawn rate does not increase. It increases only when you do the elite. And we're still waiting for the palm tree to grow in Lethia. So whenever it grows, we're gonna go and finish off the hard diary, and we'll inch pretty close to completing the entire Western Provinces diary in general. I think that, yeah, the Slayer task is going to cockblock us a little bit. I won't be able to get it in this video, but that will essentially be the only task that is going to not get completed when it comes to this diary in this video. Okay, enough rambling. I am going to rearrange my inventory and continue with the diary grind. This is an interesting place to get the level, but that's 96 magic. Well, as you can see from the chat, we overshot it by a little bit, but that is 1000 chompy kills completed. So let us go to rents and claim our hats. It seems that we can claim 4 more hats, so let's do just that. 2, 3, and 4. Yes, and that should be the task completed. Yes, we've completed an elite task in the Western Provinces area. We will go and get the palm tree, or check the palm tree because it should be grown already. But when it comes to the actual Elite Diary, there's still the task to kill the thermonuclear smoke devil. It requires 93 slayers, so we're quite far off of that. And seeing as that is the case, and as we'll be doing Slayer, there will be a lot of drops that we want to keep and things like that, I decided that for the time being, I will drop the remaining Ogre arrows. I thought that I would maybe go to 4k KC, but yeah, up until I complete the Elite Diary, I won't be doing that. So we'll be able to claim some more arrows from Rance, and I'll drop these ones over to the main. They're worth quite a bit. And that should be the Western Provinces area hard diary completed. So let's go to Rance once again and claim the rewards. I really don't know why I said that we're going to Rance, because you claim the Western Provinces rewards from the Elder Gnome Child. But apart from the skill lamp that we'll be using on Herblore for 15,000 experience, we are also now able to purchase the Elite Void set. So let's go and do that and complete the Void. Where is it? Yeah, the Void collection log. Now, if we use our Void set on the Elite Void Knight, we should be able to exchange it. Yes, exchange it for the Elite Void. Okay. Nice. 2 collection log slots, and yeah, the pest control collection log is greened out. That feels good. We finally have the Elite Void set on the UAM. Okay, so all that's left for us to do when it comes to the diaries and the tasks that we can actually complete are the Wilderness Diaries, both hard and elite, in full, as well as the Fremenic God Wars dungeon. Everything else will need to wait, because we need quite a few levels, or in the case of Lumbridge and Drainer, to complete all of the quests. We'll be getting around to doing that sometime in the very near future, but not in this video, obviously. So I'm gonna go and get started with the Wilderness Diaries, and I'll come back whenever I have some tasks completed. We are going to try and complete all of the tasks in the Wilderness Resource area, all in one go. So let's see how that goes. That is an Adamant Scimitar Smith. I've cut and burned some magic logs for another task. And here's another elite task for smithing a rune scimitar in the resource area from scratch. And I obviously forgot the lobster pot the first time around, but now that I have it, here's the final task in the resource area complete. Also killed the lava dragon while I'm in the area, so yeah, task complete. Okay, death piled once again, so now let us teleport to Gorok. Yes, teleport me there now. It is safe? Good, that's an elite task completed. We are going to charge an air orb for a hard task. I didn't check the price of the staves beforehand. I don't have enough money to purchase all of them. If I alch the one that I have right now, I think I'll be able to get one more, but I'll have to do a rendezvous and come back. But I have my main here, and that is part of the task completed. No. Oh, hold on, don't attack myself. I splashed. Let's do it one more time. Oh, apparently I read that wrong. I only needed to cast one of the god spells, not all 3. I thought that I have to do all 3. Well, even better. So that's another task in the Wilderness hard diary completed. By taking the shortcut to the Wilderness, we complete another hard task. Nice. Out a black salamander for another task. Build a spiritual mage for an elite task. And a spiritual warrior for the hard task. And so, it seems that the only tasks that we have left in the Wilderness Diaries, except for the oily fishing rod lava eel task, are to kill bosses. Specifically, we need to kill the Chaos Elemental, we need to kill Crazy Archaeologist, Chaos Fanatic and Scorpia, and then afterwards, we also need to kill Callisto, Venenatis and Vetion. But obviously we'll be doing the lower versions of these bosses. Yeah, I'm excited, but also scared. for these upcoming tasks. I'm not big with the wilderness, as you might have seen already, so it's gonna be interesting. But I'm looking forward to getting Wildy Diaries out of the way. It's gonna feel great. And so, with this lava eel, that is another hard diary task completed. That's the crazy archaeologist down. Scorpio down. I didn't bring any anti-poison, so yeah, that's not ideal. But she's down. And that is the Chaos Fanatic down for another task in the Wildy Hard diary. So this is gonna be our home for the next 10 minutes. Well, this kill took forever, but that is it. The Wilderness Hard diaries have been completed. Oh, that feels good. And we have a few combat tasks done as well. Now, let's get ourselves out of here and go claim our rewards. I had to get my stuff, just for my peace of mind, but we can talk to the Lesser Fanatic and claim our rewards. Obviously, the biggest reward, as per usual, is the Herblore experience, 15,000. There are a lot of rewards in the Wildy Hard diary when you complete it, but nothing all that relevant for UIM. Perhaps the noted Mine of Zami can be useful, and the selection of where to teleport with the Wilderness Obelisks being unlocked. Yeah, that's definitely going to be useful. But apart from that, I think that the biggest reward is the fact that we can access Spindle, Archeo, and Calvarion, the lesser versions of the Wilderness bosses. And we do need to kill them for the, if I'm not mistaken, yes, the final task in the Wildy Elite Diary. So I am going to get around to doing that as soon as possible, and we'll be essentially done with most of the diaries for this video, except for one single task, as mentioned, the God Wars dungeon. Now, that's going to be an interesting journey in and of itself, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. That is Archeo down for the very first Wilderness boss. Word of advice, do not ever try to do Spindle with a slash weapon. I knew it was a bad idea, I didn't really understand just how much of a bad idea it was. So yeah, I'm bringing out the big guns, let's see how it goes. Oh yeah, that was so much better. Nice, only Calvarion left to go. And that is it with Calvarion down. That is the Elite Wilderness Diary completed. On the UAM. We can go and claim our rewards. To be honest, there really isn't anything all that special that we get from the Elite Diary, even less so than when we completed the Hard Diary. But either way, completing the Elite Wilderness Diary on a UAM, oh man. It feels really good, really, really good. I only encountered one PKer, but he was friendly, and we essentially just chatted, exchanged pleasantries, and he went on his merry way. I think it's because of two reasons. First of all, there's Bounty Hunter currently happening, the Bounty Hunter Annihilation event, so every PKer is probably playing that. And I was on a high-risk world, so people don't really, I guess, frequent these worlds, especially when it comes to Australian servers, because they tend to be quite laggy. And so, the only thing left for us to do diary-wise in this video specifically is to go and kill each of the generals in God Wars. Armadil, Bandos, Saradomin, and Zami. Oh man, I am not looking forward to this. In a way I am, because I'm excited to actually go and do this. But at the same time, I've essentially only killed each of them once, with the exception of Armadil. I've done Kree, probably maybe 30 or 40 KC with a friend, so that literally means nothing, right? So these bosses are going to be pretty fresh for me. That being said, we'll be able to get our frozen key and unlock the door to Nex, which is also pretty cool. I'll need to prepare for this task specifically, and it might take some time. In the meanwhile, we'll AFK Stardust. I'm pretty close to 99 mining, and we nearly got an Herblore level from that last experience lamp. So there are a couple of things to look forward to in the near future. But yeah, all of that being said, very happy to have another diary and Wilderness Diary specifically out of the way on the UAM forever. So I did a bit of thinking, and before I go and actually do God Wars, I want to clear up my inventory and looting bag a little bit. So I'll get rid of the magic logs. I'll go and use them up at Whale Totems. I want to do some Zulrah KC. I just want to use the anti-venoms essentially. We're not going to go for any type of milestone. Just gonna do it up until all of the anti-venoms are used. Obviously the Calquat saplings, we're going to plant those. We can plant 2 per day, so that will go by pretty quick. We'll use up the Stardust after we get 99 mining. It's very close, so that's not gonna take long. But yeah, we'll use it up with gems. And then one last thing is I want to throw the purple sweets over to the main. They're worth 4 million GP essentially. I'm stacking them for some time now, and I kind of came to the conclusion that I don't really need them. There are a few niche uses that they could come in handy for, but I value the additional back slot much more than the sweets themselves. So yeah, we're gonna go and do all of those things. And then as we free up some inventory and looting bag space, we'll go into God Wars. This is going to be the last of the magic logs used up at Whale Totems. Did a couple of, I guess, laps. So in the future, whenever we get stacks of logs, we'll most definitely use them in this minigame, at least until we have the collection log greened out. And as mentioned, here's my main account. I will be dropping the purple sweets over to the main. It pains me to do this a little bit, not gonna lie, because I have been hoarding them for a hot minute now. But honestly, once again, I value the looting bag slot much more than I do the potential benefits that I could get from the purple sweets. And worst case scenario, in the future, we can grind them out with, let's say, easy clues. So yeah, another bag slot has been freed up. I decided to also trade in the Stardust that I have right now. I'm again very close to 99 mining, but I have some free time today, and cutting all of the gems and selling them is going to take a hot minute. So yeah, I'm just gonna do it right now, and then we'll do it once again whenever I reach 99 mining. And that's the last of it. So these are the amounts of gems that we get from nearly 30,000 Stardust. The total value comes out to be nearly 7 million GP if we were to sell them at the GE. Obviously, we're not going to do that, and I'm not going to bother hopping worlds to sell these gems after I cut them. That would take forever. So I'm going to cut them, I'm going to sell them. I'm obviously going to keep the dragon stones, add them to the growing stack, and yeah, good stuff. I also decided that we'll store all of the GP that we have right now in the inventory in Nightmare Zone, just to kind of see how much money we will be able to get without hopping worlds and selling the gems. So yeah, in the Nightmare Zone coffer, we currently have almost exactly 34 million GP. That's all of the funds on the account, and honestly, it's pretty good. It's definitely going to come in handy with sailing and construction training. I also set up an XP tracker at the top of the screen, so we'll see how much crafting XP we end up getting whenever we finish off cutting all of the gems. And that is going to be the last of the sapphires. We gained a bit over 200,000 crafting experience from all of the gems, so I'd say that's pretty good. We're quite deep into the crafting level, but with that out of the way, we can go back to mining, planting our calquats, and perhaps we might actually start working on the POH before God Wars Dungeon, we'll see. But yeah, making progress. And with these last couple of swings of the pickaxe, that is officially 99 mining on the ultimate Iron Man. Another 99 out of the way. Let us go get our skill cape. If we talk to Godrin, okay then. Yes, that's it. We have the skill cape on our shoulders. Let's go do the emote, obviously. another 99 on the Ultimate Iron Man. So we have this column essentially nearly completed. They're sailing, but again, we'll get to that in the future. Man, this feels good. And 2175 total level. We're inching closer to 2200 total, which is something to look forward to. This one took a minute. Obviously, mining is one of the longer 99s to get, but for the most part it was AFK because I was doing it with shooting stars. But that kind of leads me to another point. We've essentially completed, I guess, another AFK activity on the account. So what am I going to do next? I've been contemplating this for some time now, and the way that I see it, I have three options. I could do sailing, I could do Slayer, and I could do runecraft. The justifications are pretty simple. When it comes to sailing, I need to get it up either way, and it does have AFK salvaging. It's not as AFK as it would be on the main account, but, you know, still pretty AFK. I initially want to get sailing to at least, I think it's 87 if I'm not mistaken, for the deep sea trawling, because I want to trawl or fish. I don't recall the name of the fish that I would want to fish, but essentially is the one that allows me to boost or create boosted stamina potions. That's kind of a lot of Herblore XP, I guess, if I were to do that. And we'd have, you know, staminas with double the length in effect. When it comes to Slayer, it's mostly because of the diaries. I need 90, if I'm not mistaken, 93 Slayer unboostable for the Western provinces. Yeah, 93 Slayer. So that's what, 8 whole levels. I could do AFK tasks, and you know, that's always an option. But I would prefer to do Slayer in a dedicated video and to essentially go bossing. I think it's about time to start thinking about bosses on this account. So what I kind of decided at the very end is that I would actually just go and do runecraft, because we still need at least, again, I don't recall, but I think it's 91 if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, 91 runecraft, boostable, but still, we need that level for the Karamja Elite Diary. So either way, you know, it would be good to get, and I would be doing bloods. And in the same vein as skills like mining or even Slayer or agility, runecraft takes a minute to get up, especially in the later levels, so the sooner I start doing it, the better. I contemplated on waiting on finishing the Karen and Kebos Elite Diary, because then I would get 10% more blood runes, but first of all, I don't really care too much. I mean, money isn't that big of an issue on this account for me to care about it, I guess is what I'm trying to say. And secondly, the tasks that we have left in the Kebos Diaries is, again, it requires at least 93 Slayer or 90 Slayer boosted, but I would get it to 93 because of the Western Provinces Diaries, and we need to complete a raid. I've done one single raid in the history of playing this game on my main, and it was absolute and utter hell. So that's something to tackle in the future. I don't know how I will approach this, but again, I'm not gonna postpone runecraft just because of 10% more blood runes. So whenever we actually go and do runecraft, I'm going to Deathbank at Hespori, take out my Remnants of the Eye outfit, and, well, runecraft. And I'll be doing it whenever I have some AFK time on the account, whenever I'm not able to kill Zulrah for the anti-venoms, or actually go and do God Wars, or even Mole in the next video, because this runecraft level, even if we're going only to 91, it is going to take a minute. It's not a quick level to get. So yeah, if you see the blood rune stack going up throughout the video, or you know, in the future videos, and the level going up, that's the reason why. Oh my. This is an interesting clue. We got a Bandos cloak. As you can see by the lack of pop-up in the clan chat and on the screen, we already have this item because it's located in our looting bag. This is an item for a stash unit that I've been holding on to. It's pretty rare to get, comparatively speaking, even though I got 2 in 127 medium clues. But it's something that UIMs tend to cling on, if that makes sense, tend to keep in their looting bags for a long time, and it's gonna be a long time until we go into barrows. But I can actually store this cloak in my POH. Yes, it's located actually in the easy rewards section. And it seems that if I store it, deposit, yes, we only need the bandos. I forgot what this item is called. I think it's a crozier, no? Well, whatever, we need this and we need the miter in order to finish the set. And if we do finish the set, we'll be able to drop the cloak from the looting bag. Because if you don't know, UIMs can't just take out items until the set is completed in the POH. So yeah, that's something to actually look forward to. I would love to free up this looting bag slot. But for the time being, I am going to keep this Bandos cloak. But that's cool, we have one in the POH. So the audio got a bit messed up in this clip, but I accidentally completed an Elite Combat achievement. Killed 3 Zulrah snakelings. I honestly thought that I would need to use Barrage for this task, or rather for this achievement, so I'm not complaining, that's cool. So I'm currently at 20 KC at Zulrah, and she keeps dropping me antidotes. I said that I would do Zulrah up until I use up all of the anti-venoms, and I keep getting more, so we'll see how long this actually takes, but I'm having fun, so I don't mind the unexpected mini grind, if that makes sense. And that is 25 KC. Oh my god. 36 Zulrah KC. Jar of Swamp. That is the single most unexpected drop, especially at this KC. Wow. Damn. The UIM luck continues, I guess. This is going to be a fantastic addition to the POH. Actually, let's go and build it right now. On second thought, I just noticed how many items you actually need to have in your inventory to build the boss lair. So no, we're not gonna do it now. We're gonna finish the anti-venoms, and then once we're done with Zulrah, we will go and build the Jar of Swamp, the boss lair, and add the Jar of Swamp to it. Damn. If we take a look at the collection log at Zulrah, that is interesting. At 36 KC, I'm definitely not complaining. It's one of the cooler drops to get. This is an interesting place to get this level, but that is 87 herb lore. What it also means is that we can create anti-venom potions without having to boost with Green Man's Ale. I got another antidote drop, so yeah, it seems that this video is slowly becoming a bit of a Zulrah grind, but I don't mind it. I don't think it'll take all that long, but yeah, the luck with the antidotes has been pretty, I guess, consistent. So we'll see how it goes. Maybe we'll drop the antidotes or the anti-venoms. Maybe we'll grind out Zulrah for a little bit. We'll see how it goes, essentially. But I'm having fun right now, so I'm still gonna stick with it for a little bit. That was the last Zulrah attempt. The mage ranged phase absolutely wrecked me, but we are out of anti-venoms. So let me go and clear up the inventory a little bit, and then we'll talk about this unexpected mini Zulrah grind. We killed 51 Zulrah in total. I'll throw the loot up on the screen, and this is what the collection log looks like. When it comes to the notable drops, obviously we got the Jar of Swamp. That was extremely lucky, so yeah, an awesome collection log slot to get out of the way, and we'll go build the bossing, I guess, display in just a second. No other very notable drops. I did get a few anti-poison, what are they called? Antidote drops, and as you know, I've made some more anti-venom potions, and I think that I'll stick to this going forward. Whenever we have the possibility to create anti-venom potions easily, I'll create them and go kill Zulrah. But yeah, other than that, it was a pretty neat distraction. Now that we are done with this, I'm gonna clear everything up, create the, again, bossing display, place our Jar of Swamp into it, and yeah, I'll probably go and start rune crafting. I might be able to squeeze in one of the God Wars dungeon kills today. Well, it doesn't really matter to you guys because, you know, you'll see it soon enough in this video, but for me, I might be able to do one kill of one boss today. or I might just default to runecrafting for the time being, so we'll see. But yeah, that's kind of the situation. Oh, and also when it comes to the Zulrah scales, I think that I'm gonna keep them for now. I thought about dropping them, but I didn't really think that we would stay at Zulrah for such a long time. So since we already have nearly 10k scales, I'll probably just stick to them, keep them, because the Zulrah grind, the actual legitimate Zulrah grind, isn't really that far off, I don't think, at least the grind for the blowpipe. And these will definitely come in handy. And again, if I am going to kill Zulrah every once in a while, whenever I'm able to create anti-venom potions, you know, we would still get Zulrah scale drops. So even though it's a +1 to the looting bag, I'm not too fussed, I guess, about the scales taking up space, because I knew that they would sooner or later. So I think I have everything that I need. If we enter the house in build mode and click to build the boss lair, yes, we're able to build it. Let me get out of building mode and then add the Jar of Swamp to the newly constructed boss lair. I think we just need to use it. Yes! Oh man, this is really cool. I love this. And we can configure it, and yeah, these are all of the bosses that we still need the jars for. Zulrah is the very first one, and I'm very happy about that. So as you can probably tell by what I'm doing right now, the very first God Wars boss that we're gonna try and kill is Kriara. I'm going for around 200 red chins. I'm completely winging it. I don't know if this is gonna be enough or it's gonna be way too much, but yeah, I'm gonna try with 200 and then see how it goes. And if I'm not able to go and actually do Kriara today, I'm just gonna ghost store the red chinchampas at the Blue Moon, and we'll be able to go and reclaim them afterwards. We would still need to, I guess, ghost store them either way, because we need to death bank and rearrange our inventory. But yeah, that's the plan. We'll see how it goes. Not gonna lie, I don't miss this place. If you've seen my video where I did the Moon's grind, or the Blue Moon grind specifically, you'll understand why. But today, we come here not to grind, but to store our chins. We're gonna do that, and we're gonna go rearrange our inventory. Well, it's time to go try and kill Kriara. This is the inventory that we're working with, and this is the gear loadout. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not feeling very confident, but we'll see how it goes. I still need to get the kill count, which is gonna suck, honestly, getting the KC for Krill. I need to do it with Aviancies, so it's kind of probably the most annoying of the 4 bosses. I decided to go with Kriara first because honestly I'm probably most scared of this boss, and it's the most complicated for IOAM, I would say, probably, right? Because you need to get the chins if you're doing the chin method, and you need to do all this prep. The resources are looking, well, not the best, but I'm hoping that for 1 KC, 1 kill, they are going to suffice. We'll see how this goes. I really don't want to die. It would be a pain in the butt to get back here and get all of the items, but if it happens, it happens. That's okay. So wish me luck. Let's go and get the first God Wars Dungeon boss kill on the UAM. And that is first Kriara KC done. We get the frozen key piece. Excuse me. And we can try and kill the Guardians as well, if Kriara doesn't respawn. But whatever the case might be, we've got the first KC down. Fantastic. And we definitely didn't need that many chins. Oh, I'm so happy to be done with this. I've teleported away, but man, my hands are shaking. It was a pretty easy fight, to be honest, but I did spam a lot of Cerebrews. Oh man, we definitely didn't need that many chins, but I'm so happy to have gotten this out of the way. And yeah, we're gonna go re-death bank and definitely go do some mining before we move on to the next God Wars bosses. Well, this is awkward. So first and foremost, yeah, as you've probably already guessed, the key piece does not stay with you when you death bank. It disintegrates into dust, which means that we will need to do Kriara once again. Oh man, I mean, when I actually checked the death bank initially, I had this feeling that I think I knew this somehow. Maybe I saw this in a UIM video of somebody else's. But yeah, so we will need to do all 4 God Wars bosses in a single, I guess, death bank, if that makes sense. That's fine. I did it once. I got a feel for it. I think the second time I go and do Kriara, I'll be a bit more... I'll have a bit more confidence, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So yeah, we'll do that. Obviously, we're gonna go mining now. It's AFK time, but whenever we have the time to go and do all 4 bosses, we're gonna go do that. Another thing is that I didn't know that chins actually stay in the item retrieval service. So that's fantastic. And I won't need to go chin hunting to do Kree once again, because obviously we didn't use all that many chins to begin with. And the last thing for this clip is that I didn't even notice, but we've passed 200 million total experience on the UAM. So that's the update. I guess I'll see you guys whenever I have more updates, hopefully better ones. Fun fact, I did the math, and if I were to stick to Bloods and get to 99 room crafting, that would take me around 8 months at the pace that I'm playing right now. So yeah, this is going to be a long skill to get to 99. Well, here we are once again. Attempt number 2 to complete this goddamn diary task. This time we're gonna try and go for all of the God Wars bosses. So let me pot up and kill Kriara for the second time on the UAM. Okay, that is done, and we can take the loot and get ourselves out of here. Okay. Well, it was a bit of a rougher kill compared to the first one, but I'm not complaining. That's done. We have the key piece. Let us go gear up for the other bosses. Well, guys, this is beyond awkward. I went to Blue Moon to go store my rich Champas, and I died. Yeah, I died. My brain just spazzed. I just stared at the screen, and I died and lost the key piece from Kriara. That means we need to do Kriara for the 3rd time. This was the single most avoidable death in the history of this account. I'm still in a bit of shock, not specifically because I died, but I don't know what happened with my brain. It just completely spazzed, and I stared at the screen, and that was it. At least we kept the chins. Yeah, so I'm not gonna do any long-winded, I guess, grinding montages or anything like that. I'll just see you whenever we get the 3rd Kriara kill. Man, well, 3rd time's the charm, right? Right. Next up, we have Bandos. I know this is scuffed, as per usual, but yeah, this is the gear and this is the inventory. I don't know if we'll be able to get the kill with this type of loadout. I might need to tweak some things, but the good thing about Bandos is that getting the KC is very quick with the goblins just outdoors. So wish me luck, and let's get this kill. No, we're not able to get the kill, but we got Grador down pretty well. So I think if I tweak some things a little bit, we might be able to get the kill relatively easily. Close. but not close enough. And that is Bandos down. Let's take the loot. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Okay. Loot and let's get out of here. Okay. So that is Bandos down, and we have the second frozen key piece. Fourth try. Next up, we are ready to do Krill, Zami. This is the gear, this is the inventory. Zami can hit 48 or 49 through prayer, so yeah, I'm really hoping I'm not gonna die here, because that would suck. Both in regards to getting all of the items back, as well as the 2 key pieces that we already have. Wish me luck. Yeah, Zami is going to be a problem. Oh my god. Oh dude, I can't even damage him at all. He just completely wrecked me. Oh man. Okay. We'll try again, I guess. Okay, this time was very close, actually, so I am able to do this. What I think that I'm gonna do is drop the Drayman Staff. I can get it back pretty easily, and the extra Saradomin Brew would definitely come in handy right now, so I'm just gonna drop it and get one more brew and try again. And that is Krill done. Let's get the piece and get out of here. Oh, that's so nice. Okay, yeah, that one, excuse me, that one extra Sarah Brew really, I needed it, is what I'm trying to say. And we got a hard comet achievement done as well. Nice. So only Ziliana left, Saradomin. It should be the easiest, but I am definitely not going to underestimate her. I'm gonna go prep, and hopefully we are going to go and complete both the elite Fremenic Diary as well as the frozen key. Oh man, I'm so excited. Another great thing that came out of this is that we can now use the last ancient shard on the Arclight, and that's it, 10,000 charges, and we have 1 additional inventory slot freed up completely. Awesome. That is 86 ranged. Perfect timing. We need all of the ranged levels that we can get for this next boss. Okay, we are ready to go and do Ziliana. This is the inventory and this is the gear loadout that I will be using. I'm hoping that all of this will work. I'm obviously definitely hoping not to die. If I die at Saradomin, I mean, I deserve it. It's the easiest boss by far. So I hope that this isn't famous last words, but yeah, I think we should be okay. The kill count here takes forever, so yeah, that's probably the main reason why I'm hoping to get this first try, but we'll see how it goes. So let's pot up and get to it. And that is Commander Ziliana down. We have completed the Fremenic Elite Diary and have the final frozen key piece. Let us get out of here. Oh man, I am so so happy about this. Yes, dude, we can assemble the frozen key and go use it at the door at Nex. We'll actually go and do that first and then go claim the diary rewards. I was also using the Explorer's Ring, by the way, to restore my energy because I didn't want to go and make stamina potions. So yeah, I'm just addressing that, but we've done it, dude. We've completed the frozen key and the Elite Fremenic Diary. Let's get ourselves to the frozen door. And I think I just need to use the key on the door. Yeah, that is it. The key has disintegrated and we officially no longer need to worry about the dying. Dying, yeah, that's the word I'm looking for. Oh man, this was a journey and a half with 3 or 4, I don't even remember, Kriara kills, me completely planking it at Blue Moon, and retrying and retrying with Grardor and Zami. Oh wow, and that's it. We have next unlocked whenever we come around to actually doing it, which is a very long time in the future, but still, having this completed and out of the way feels incredible. Now, let's go claim the diary rewards. Let's talk to Thoradin and claim our rewards. I'll throw them up on the screen. I think the biggest reward is the fact that Dagannoth King's bones are now noted, moving forward. And obviously the antique lamp goes to Herblore, 50,000 experience. So, the Achievement Diary tab is looking fantastic. We need to complete all of the quests for the Lumbridge and Draenor elites. When it comes to Kourend and Kebos, we need to do a raid and get our Slayer level up. Karamja, we need rune crafting, and Western Provinces, we also need a Slayer level. So we'll get all of those things done in future videos, but for the time being, I'm pretty happy with our progress, especially after the, I guess, whole journey that we just had with God Wars dungeon bosses. What I'm gonna do now is reorganize my inventory because this is a mess. I'm going to Death Bank, go and get my Lunar Staff back, and then we are going to go and work on the POH. I'm not gonna make it into a long, extended kind of process. I'm probably just gonna work on it and then kind of show you what I've changed room by room. Okay, so the very first thing that I did in the POH was move some rooms around. The teleport nexus was here, and I moved it to here for easier access. In this area, I built a superior garden that will house the Wilderness Obelisk one day. Obviously, I'm going to furnish it in just a second, but the main attraction, the obelisk, is going to have to wait. In this area, I built I don't remember what it's called, I think it's a formal garden, if I'm not mistaken. I moved the chapel here and moved the main, I don't even know what this room is called either, the main chill out room, chilling out room here. And I also built or created a study room. So now it's a clean 4x4, no more weird shapes, and we have this sort of outdoors area, U-shaped outdoors area, I guess, with the Amulet of Glory room. I don't recall the names of the rooms, I'm sorry. But yeah, with this room kind of being in the center. So we'll see if we move things around further a bit later on, but for the time being, I think that this is okay. But obviously we need to furnish things and furnish the rooms and the garden, so we'll get around to doing that in just a second. I just edited the video up to this point and I can see that it has gone long enough, right? I think with this clip, it's going to be over the 1 hour mark, if I'm not mistaken. So what I think that I'm gonna do is furnish the house and do everything that I want to do here, and then I'll come back to you with a finished result. Instead of going room by room and, you know, taking up much more time than needed. Yeah, I think that'll be the more optimal route to take. So, the upgrades to the POH have been completed. And this is what it looks like from an aerial view. I know it's not much, but it's honest work, right? So, just to quickly run through everything, I've upgraded a few, I guess, appliances in the kitchen. I built a Greenman's Ale barrel, upgraded the larder, and a few things like that. As I've mentioned earlier, I've moved the portal nexus from over there to here. This also moves the Dixite pendant. It's now here, which is a bit awkward for me still, but, you know, I'll get used to it. And the portal nexus will be much easier to access this way, or quicker to access rather. This is the area where I am going to build the Wilderness Obelisk whenever I have enough stones, the magic stones, to do so. For the time being, I contemplated on building a spirit tree here, because I don't have the construction level to build the spirit tree plus fairy ring together. So if we get a spirit sapling, we might just build one here, and you know, it will also be useful up until we get the level to build a shared one. Yeah, this is the formal garden. I really like the way that this came out, the way that this looks. It's really pretty. I've upgraded the chapel, obviously, icon of Bob, and yeah, a few statues, the gilded altar, things like that. Moving on, I didn't build any of the staircases because it's a one-story POH. I tend to keep it that way. I like it this way. I don't really need a second floor or a dungeon. I might build a dungeon sometime in the future, but for the time being, yeah, this is the way that it looks. Upgraded some bookcases, some furniture, the fireplace. I've also built a study room. You'll see a few things missing, like the, I think it's called the orrery here, and some other things like the suits of armor here, and the rune case. It should be around here somewhere. So there will be things missing, but that's because I don't have the construction level to actually go ahead and build them. Even with the crystal saw and the T boost in the POH. Yeah, another thing that's missing is the adventurer's log here that also requires a higher construction level. I actually really like the way that this came out. It's really simple, but at the same time, I don't know, it just works. I like this open type of U-shaped space around here that creates an outside type of a feeling, and then you have, you know, the indoors areas, things like that. We still need to add a lot of teleports to the portal nexus. I want to change some teleports here to different locations, but we'll do that in the future. There's no rush to do it right now. In total, this cost me a lot. I think all of the upgrades ended up totaling around 3 or 4 million GP. But I mean, it's for the POH, a place that I'm going to have forever on this account. So I really don't mind spending all that money to upgrade and for it to both look better and feel better and, yeah, I guess be more functional. Last but not least, as I've mentioned, I think earlier in the video, we will still need to upgrade the actual theme of the POH, but in order to do that, I need to play the upcoming Leaks event. I also played Deadman, that's happening right now as I'm recording this, and I got enough points for the Deadman rug, so we are going to replace this rug under the Portal Nexus with the Deadman one whenever we are actually able to access the rewards. But yeah, I think that's pretty much everything. We've completed all of the goals that we set out to complete in this video. We've done quite a few diaries, or I should say we've completed quite a few diaries. The diary section looks so much better right now. And we've also upgraded our POH, the two, I guess, big main goals for the video. I also said that I would prepare for Mole, because that's what we'll be doing in the next video, but to be completely honest with you, there's not really much to prepare. I just need to go get my Darox out of the stash unit and go start doing it. I mean, it really is that simple, so I don't think I need to get that on camera. It's not exciting enough to be, you know, shown in the video. Oh, and yeah, how could I forget? We also got 99 mining in this video as well and started our runecraft grind that is going to take a very, very long time to complete or to get up to 99, but we're in no rush, so that's perfectly fine. With all of that being said, we reached the end of the video, so thank you so much for watching if you're still here. If you've enjoyed this video, feel free to like it and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more similar content. I love the UIM game mode, I love old school RuneScape, I don't plan to stop anytime soon. There's a lot for us to do on this account, so much to do on this account moving forward. And I have goals outlined for the upcoming few years at least, I think. So yeah, in the next video we are going to do Mole. That's going to be the main goal. I don't know how long that is going to take, but seeing that we need to kill, I think, nearly 2,500 giant mole, it is going to take a minute. So I'm going to get my butt to the mole lair ASAP and start doing that grind. But other than that, once again, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you hopefully very soon. Corpusale out.